What is up, YouTube? 5'8" dunker, vertical trainer, Andy Lloyd here from Skigh Athletics. Today, I'm going to be breaking down my new friend, my new client, Roland Music. So if you see this bright orange sweatshirt, it's him. If you see my newest videos of my dunk mixes, I'm going to be throwing his music in my dunk mixes. He allows me to use them, so he blessed me with that. Very happy about that. Thank you, Roland. And yeah, go give his music a listen. I honestly enjoy it. Apart from him being my good friend now and my client, I love his music, so go check that out. And today I'm going to be breaking down his jumping technique, his approach, his 2-foot jumping approach. And no offense, I'm going to be dissecting it. I'm going to be breaking it down really well. You can go and you can watch this video so that you can see what you're doing in your jump. Maybe you're doing the same things incorrectly that Roland is doing. Maybe you're doing the same things correctly that Roland is doing, and you can make those corrections by yourself. If you want me to break down your jump technique, DM me on Instagram, Skigh Athletics. Send me an email, aloyd@skighathletics.com. I'll put those all down in the description below, or go to my website and we can figure out how I can break down your jumping technique. Now, I do have jumping progressions on my YouTube channel, 100% free. So you'll go through 5 different jumping progressions to develop a healthy and effective and explosive 2-foot jumping approach. So it's very important that you can jump pain-free, because you also want to be explosive. But if you're jumping and your knees hurt, your quads hurt, your hips hurt, I guarantee you it's because one of those 5 progressions are being done incorrectly. So we're gonna go through the 3 main keys today. Remember, it's speed on the approach. So you wanna go slow to fast. The angle that you take, you do not want to take a straight angle or just a straight approach to the rim. You need to get your hips involved. And the third one is the penultimate. So I guarantee you that Roland's going to have some problem with those 3. I've watched the video before. I actually made a video before. It was too lengthy, but I know he struggled with all 3 of those. So let's get into it right now. I'm going to play this straight through. You can see some decent height. He's athletic. He knows what he's doing. So at a quick glance, it looks like he just can't jump that high. It doesn't look too unhealthy of a jump. But as I break it down, I'm going to show you guys what's wrong with it. So again, we'll let this 3rd jump go. He goes into the wall. If you see it going in slow motion, that's me, guys. It's not the video messing up. So let's get right into it. The first thing that we have to address is speed. So there's no really drastic change in speed, and you can see that it affects his jump. So when his 2 feet hit, I'm gonna get into that penultimate later. When his 2 feet hit, that's a heavy jump. So he's not popping off the ground. He's standing up a little bit too upright, and that's because of the lack of speed, but also because he doesn't really know what he's doing. So I would suggest first, get into some plyometrics, but also maybe reach for a 9-foot rim, get the confidence up on your technique, work on dunking even on a 9-foot rim, as opposed to reaching for that 10-foot rim. 10-foot rims can be intimidating when you first start to train, just because a lot of people want to throw down right away. They want to see the results really quick. I tell most of my clients to stay away from a 10-foot rim for the first 2 to 3 months of training. Focus on the plyometrics, focus on the breakdown of your jumping technique, and then go back to the 10-foot rim. So the first thing that's off, again, long-winded, but the first thing that's off is definitely speed, and it's causing him to be upright, messing up the penultimate. Also messing up the second thing, the angle. Your body can only handle the angle that you approach with based off of what speed you use. And if that doesn't make sense, he's approaching fast. He looks like he wants to jump higher. Physically, I guarantee you, Roland, I guarantee you can jump higher than this. But because you're not creating that angle, you don't get any hip or oblique support, and you have that straight, direct approach to the rim, your body can't handle any more speed. Your body can't handle your body can't handle it. So your legs are basically sending out an SOS, which is messing up the penultimate, ultimately. Didn't mean to use ultimate twice, but that's pretty cool. So what you're doing is you're bailing yourself out by just jumping away from the rim instead of jumping up. But a lot of this, again, has to do with the angle that you're taking, the angle that you're not taking. But again, that goes back and it relates directly to speed. You have no speed going into the jump. You're standing upright, and that's because of the angle that you're taking. You're just going straight ahead. That would make any body anybody's separate words, anybody's body, whatever. It would make anybody's body uncomfortable, which would cause joint pain. It would cause knee pain, jumper's knee. Probably have a lot of pain on your outside of your quad based off of the third thing that I'm going to get into right now, which is the penultimate. You're not even far away enough from the rim to generate a far distance between your left leg and your first planted leg. That's a big issue because you need a lot of separation from that left leg to that right leg, because this will allow not only the angle to be created, because that's part of the progressions, but you'll be able to actually drop your hips. So you'll be able to generate speed instead of decreasing your speed going into that penultimate. Your penultimate should be your absolute lightest stride, step, whatever you want to call it. It should not be strenuous at all. All the strenuous stuff is done in the weight room. It's done leading up to that penultimate, but your penultimate is way too heavy. So I can imagine you feel like someone is pulling the rug out from under your feet when you try to jump just because you feel so heavy. And again, you're 162, 163. There's no way you should be feeling or looking that heavy coming out of the jump. But again, that comes with explosive lifting. That also comes with proper technique work. The dorsiflexion on that right foot, so that right foot we want up pointing towards the sky. It tries to do it. I don't know if I hope these are basketball shoes. But I don't think well, first of all, your torso is actually crowding your penultimate. So that's why your foot just wants to land right away. It's not comfortable with it. Your hips should be lower. Since your hips are high and you're coming in upright, that right toe is just going straight down into the ground, where we want that right toe to be, instead of that right toe being coming in like this, we want it to come in like that. And then again, it'll coil itself, so it'll go down, and that toe will actually meet the same time that left toe comes in, but you're actually coming in flat-footed on that blocking foot. So that left foot is pointing and angled away from your body. You want it angled in towards your body. So that should be pointing more towards the camera than it is towards the wall, which is where it is now. And by the wall, I mean the wall that the hoop is on. So right now you're coming in flat-footed, and it is not blocking your momentum. That's why you're even coming in slow and jumping slowly. That block foot should be coming in on the ball of your foot, angled in. Your leg is doing the right thing, but I could imagine you have some pain in your left knee as well, just because that left foot is definitely a little messed up. Actually, it's very messed up. It's causing you to, as I continue the video, it's causing you to fade out more than you're jumping up. So yeah, that's a big thing. Again, all of these fixes are pretty easy, and when you tie in together, I'm going to just let it play through a couple times. When you tie in the speed, the angle, and that healthy penultimate, plus all of the strategic lifting that I have, you're going to see a lot of gains just within a few weeks, and especially within a few months. And yeah, I could definitely see you grabbing rim after a month of training. I would say maybe 6 weeks, just based off of resting. I faded out of the camera. Off of resting time. But as I look at this, it just looks like you're not sure. You know what to do, but you're not sure what to do. So I'm going to take control back of the full screen and just finish up this video real quick. Okay, so all in all, number one, the speed was off. And again, they're all related to each other. 1, 2, and 3 are all related to each other. The speed was off because you did not create the correct angle. And again, for a right to left planter, you want to start on the right side of the wing, definitely outside of the paint. And you want to have your hips facing the corner of the basketball court. And you want to finish with your hips facing, honestly, almost the other corner of the basketball court. So you're not creating that angle, which is definitely affecting the speed. And the penultimate is not going to be correct if number 1 and 2 are off. So the penultimate is definitely affected by the first two. You're a smart dude. I listen to your lyrics, so I know you're intelligent. And a lot of you guys even listening or watching this video are also intelligent. It takes a lot to dissect a jumping technique and to understand what you're doing incorrectly. But I hope with this video, I hope with going to my jump progressions and doing those for a few weeks, you can feel the difference. And again, don't reach for something that you can't touch. I am not going to go and try to dunk on a 12-foot rim. First of all, I can't touch that high. Second of all, it's just not realistic for me. It'd be like going to the gym and trying to bench 600 pounds when my max is 330 pounds. It doesn't make sense. So a lot of people email me, DM me, and say that they struggle, they can't touch 10 feet yet, but then they send me their videos, and you guys are just stressing your bodies out. I work on a 9.5-foot rim 90% of the time. When I go and I dunk on a 10-foot rim, it feels so easy, but I'm not stressing myself out. You wouldn't want to go to the gym and stress yourself out every single day to the point where you're maxing out every single lift, every single day, 5-6 days a week, even 3 days a week. So why do you do that on the basketball court? Again, just think logically about it. If you see NBA players and you see that they're doing it, just remember they're probably a foot taller than you are, and dunking is like waking up and pouring a glass of OJ for you. So don't stress yourself out. Low rims work best, but if not, links in the description, guys. www.skighathletics.com. It'll take you to 2 months worth of free training. If you go to www.skighathletics.com/shop, you're going to get 6 months of online training for $19.99. So again, go check those out. Roland, I hope this video helps you. If you want it dissected more, hit me up. We can even FaceTime about it. But this is good for YouTube, and I hope it helps you kind of visually understand what you're doing wrong. And once you see what you're doing wrong and you watch an NBA game, you watch some of your favorite 2-foot jumpers, Russell Westbrook for me, Derrick Rose, say what you want about his knees, explosive guy, jumps very, very well. Either way, you'll notice that they're all doing the same things and they're doing the same things correctly. So as somebody walks by the back of my house, I'm going to end this so I don't look like a crazy guy talking to my window. Like, subscribe if you like the video. Share this if you think somebody else could benefit from it. God bless everybody. Have a great day.
These movies and releasing all of their pain, calling movies in my head. You should be glad that I do it too, cause most storytellers are dead. So I'ma prove it if I gotta spar with Rocky, but the last guy I sparred with had me screaming, who could stop me? And honestly, it's not cocky, it's honesty, mixed with property I've acquired through killing modesty. A modest man usually get it first, and I'm quick to burst and serve a bitch who's full of thirst. They tell me in fact shouldn't be said, but I'ma scream every word I want until they announce me dead. I see a twisted cop and ask him how he figure he can stop how I talk, even if I'm yelling, I can say some words and leave you mad, but another Eminem and y'all can never deal with that. I got Nikes on my feet, keep my safer.